Hey everybody, it's just me, Mrs. Manzo. I'm just here to read a little bit of this book for you. I hope everyone's doing okay, not too bored. And I hope you're doing the assignments I posted on Dojo. Anyway, this book is called Field Trip Fiasco, and it's by Kelly Hicks. And I'm just going to read the description before we jump into it. Barrett is going to have the best day ever. He gets to go on a field trip to the farm. Nothing can go wrong today. Or can it? All right, taking a look first at the table of contents. It lays out each chapter and what's going to be in that chapter and what page it's on. All right, chapter 1. Too excited to sleep. Barrett woke up earlier than usual. Darkness filled his bedroom. The only light he could see shone from the night light in the hallway. He yawned as he sat up and rubbed the sleep out of his eyes. The silence told him that the rest of the house was still asleep. Even his puppy was still snoring loudly from the end of the bed. "Emma, today is the day." His puppy stretched a little, grunted softly, and buried her nose under her front leg. Today was the day, and he just couldn't wait any longer. Field trip day! He climbed out of bed carefully, making sure he didn't wake the pile of legs still resting at the end of the bed. He decided to go get dressed so he would be ready to go. He pulled on his tan pants with the big pockets, just in case he found any treasures on his trip. He tucked in his bright green school shirt with the purple lettering and tried to comb his hair. One little piece just wouldn't lie flat, but he hoped no one would notice. Barrett's class would be traveling to a farm. He was so excited. He ate his French toast sticks carefully so he didn't drip sticky syrup on his shirt. Finally, his sister emerged from her bedroom and they headed off to school. So that ends chapter 1. So it looks like our main character, Barrett, is getting ready to go on a field trip to the farm. Try to think back to a field trip that you were really excited about. How did you feel before you went the morning of? What about that field trip did you really like? Think about that. All right, I'm going to read chapter 2 also today. Chapter 2, Be My Buddy. All the kids rushed into the class that morning and put their backpacks away in the cubbies. Instead of putting his lunch in the cabinet, he put it in a big cooler filled with ice for the trip. "Okay, kids," Mrs. V said, "everyone come sit on the floor and let's talk about the trip." The kids scrambled to the front of the room. They shushed each other so they could hear. "Before we get on the bus, we need to talk about the rules. Everyone needs to stay safe, and we don't want to lose anybody at the farm, do we?" Mrs. V smiled. "I'm not sure any of you are quite ready to be farmers." The kids laughed. Some said no. Then they leaned in closer and tilted their heads so the teacher could see they were ready to listen. "Rule number 1, Mrs. V said, please remember to stay with your buddy at all times." Their teacher started calling the names of the kids in pairs. Barrett crossed his fingers and looked around the room. Who would his partner be? "Okay, Barrett, your partner is Nate. Be sure to stick together, boys." Nate. Yes! Nate was Barrett's best friend. They loved spending time together, playing with Legos, being superheroes, and running around outside. He knew he had the best partner, and together they would have the best time. As Mrs. V called the rest of the names, kids scooted next to their partners on the floor. Now that we have our buddies, here is rule number 2. Make sure that you visit all the stations to enjoy all the activities. And third, have a great time. Now let's line up and head out to the bus. All right. So just to kind of end it there at chapter 3, I'll pick up on that the next time. And yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. And I hope to see you all soon. Stay safe.